everyone. So in today's vlog, we're going to be talking about why people treat us poorly, and usually they're the people that we love the most, and what can we do about it. So mostly people that take advantage of us are going to be really close to us, either at home or at work. So, you know, bosses, other employees, your kids, spouses, all of those type of people. And the reason they treat us that way, you're not going to want to hear this, is because we have allowed it to happen. So when you actually don't say no enough, people are going to take, and then they're going to take more, and then they're going to take as much more. And it feels like they're just killing you slowly and taking and taking and taking from your soul. But we just keep saying, sure, sure. So what happens in time is they begin to have expectations and they expect it now. So now they don't feel like they're taking. It has become an expectation. And if you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to get mad at you. So how can you fix this scenario so that you're happy too? The whole point of this life is just to enjoy it and be happy and like loving and understanding towards people. And you want that same love and understanding towards yourself too. So one of the things that I began to do is I began to say no. That was number one, and not in a rude way. So if you become angry and you say no, the other person is just going to mirror you and show anger back, because now, like I said, it's expected in their perception of you. Whatever they ask you for, it's not a question that you're going to say no. It's an expectation that you are going to do it if they ask you. So if you say no with resistance, they're going to mirror you and give you that attitude of no back, and that attitude of lack, that what no is, they're going to mirror that back to you. So what you want to do is, this is going to be uncomfortable, but remember, for every change, you have to experience that feeling of not being comfortable. So what you might want to try, and this is what I did, is just do a soft no. So if they ask you, can you go to the grocery store? And let's say you're coming home from work. My son used to do this all the time. And they say, oh, can you go to the grocery store and grab some milk? We're completely out of milk at home. You can very softly say, I actually don't have the time to go to the grocery store. I'm absolutely exhausted and I have some phone calls to make once I get home. My work is not yet done. It's just not. So we are going to have to live without milk. Have water. You can't put chocolate quick, Nestle quick in your milk and enjoy that tonight, because I'm not dropping by the grocery store to pick up milk because I've had a full day and I'm exhausted. So you don't have to say that part. That part I said to myself in my mind, but the boundary was created when I said, no, I don't have time for that. And don't ever apologize for it. Things like, no, I don't have time for that. What you're gonna have to do is maybe substitute water with milk for today. You can walk to the grocery store and you can go grab it if you like. I just don't have the time. So that is now a boundary. And what that does when you say it like that to the other person, yeah, they're going to get offended at first. They're going to get their back up and they're going to be like, what the hell? She said no to me. And they might even give you attitude when you get home. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay to get the attitude, because you created this monster. So now you have to unravel this monster with many no's. I mean, give some yeses that are okay with you to say yes to, but you are going to have to say no. So that no creates boundaries. And you can address this with the other person if the other person will have a civil conversation with you, and you can say, look, I feel taken advantage of. I know I did this to myself. I'm not arguing it with you. All I want to say is that when I say no from here on in, it means no, because I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to say yes just because I feel like I'm being cordial and I have to say yes, or I feel guilty if I don't do something that you've asked me to do. So if you can please help me, and you can respect that and not create issues, not create a fight, or not create any animosity towards my growth, because I'm going to say no more. That is going to start happening. This process will just be easier for both of us. So if you have a partner or a child, like mine was a teenager, and that is exactly how I spoke to him. And of course he respects me. I'm his mom. There's only the two of us. So it was, I'm not going to say easy, because there was backlash. He still got upset for not doing things when I didn't do things. But because I had that conversation, I could say, do you remember our conversation? Well, that's a no. So you are now going to have to do something else. And he would figure it out. My son would literally he started figuring it out because he began to understand, but this did take months. Like, give this 6 to 8 months at least. He began to understand, like, holy shit, my mom's serious. Her no really does mean no, and I can't bulldoze her. I can't get mad at her. I can't manipulate her. She's not going to give in. She has said no, so it means no. And now we have a really great relationship where if he asks me something and I say no, he doesn't argue it at all. He's like, okay, no problem. And he comes up with his own solution. So you're also teaching the other party so by creating boundaries, you are creating a relationship with the other party where they now begin to find alternatives themselves. So all the pressure is no longer on you. The pressure is back on them, and they figure it out. Yeah, that's all I want to say. So check out the weather. I'm in White Rock, BC, and we have had a lot of snow, and I wanted you to see the snow. Isn't that crazy? Love you guys. Bye.